your most favorite fashion trend?
Baggy jeans. Baggy jeans.
What's your least favorite fashion trend?
Skinny jeans.
You can't mention the Y2K aesthetic without mentioning Devil May Cry. This 2000s video game franchise hit teenage boys harder than crack hit black neighborhoods in the 80s. It was certainly one of the most influential games of the PS2 era and defined the edgy, dark, and gritty look that the whole console genre would adopt. Its influence is even seen today. The corniest guy in your class probably has a Devil May Cry profile picture and reposts its edits on TikTok in his free time. But I doubt that many people have actually played this 25-year-old game and are appreciating for anything but its aesthetics. That is what I decided to change today. The Devil May Cry HD collection was on sale on Steam for $5 and I decided to give it a shot. So join me and let's see if the original trilogy of Devil May Cry still holds up today in 2025.
Devil May Cry HD collection.
The thing about this game is it's so old that it doesn't even have a native 4040p option. I had to edit it into the text files myself.
In the selection screen we can see different previews for the trilogy games, but I doubt that any of these games have the graphical fidelity that is displayed in the preview here. After sitting through what feels like a Bollywood movie trailer, we finally get to the selection screen in the actual first game.
Very tacky PS2 era intro there.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparta. Later, he quietly reigned the human world and continued to preserve harmony until his death. He became a legend. The legendary Dark Knight.
Oh my gosh, look at those moves, bro. This guy looks like the villain from the 1985 Legend movie. Look, very dark fantasy. I wonder if that was an actual guy in a motion suit.
Nice, man. I can't seem to get any real business.
Once we transition to an actual in-game cutscene, the game starts to look actually a lot better. That is of course because the pre-rendered cutscenes are in 360p, while the game is actually in full HD.
You must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
We get doxxed by an obsessed fan, and once we reject her advances, it starts to get physical.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Hey, watch out, that's insensitive.
Sword. Time to go to work, guys.
We learn that the Dark Lord Yakub is trying to reinvent the white race on the island of Patmos, and it is our job as devil hunters to destroy the white devils. After 8 minutes of excruciatingly long cutscenes, we finally get to the gameplay.
Holy shit, dude. Talk about modern games having long-ass cutscenes and not getting you into the action.
Now this is where the game really starts to show its age, and I'm of course talking about the camera angles. A system which has more in common with Mario 64 than modern beat-em-ups of today. Now look carefully here, do you see anything? Of course not. But what you're actually supposed to see is a blue orb fragment in the top of this tower. Blue orbs are very important items that basically expand your max health. And without using a game guide like I have on the screen right now, you have basically no chance of getting it on your own. We explore around the castle, have a few video game journalist moments.
Let me get over there, bro. Your gameplay right here. Come on. Okay.
Find other blue orb fragments.
I may have looked at the IGN page, and there are several of these fragments scattered around the map, and not gonna lie, most of them are placed in really bullshit positions. Like, we already missed one in the entrance area.
And shortly after, we get into our first engagement. And this is our first chance to get a look at the combat system of this game. In the beginning, combat is really not that in-depth. You have basically two combos, depending on how much you delay your last attack. And you also have your ranged attacks, which is just you spamming your gun, basically.
Fuck. Oh my god.
We enter the Evergull and challenge the hardest boss in Elden Ring, which is of course enemy spam.
Oh, get the fuck off me.
The gameplay dynamic in this game is much more different compared to Devil May Cry 5. The damage is a lot more substantial and enemies actually parry you and chain their attacks together, which makes it much more survival oriented and combo oriented than the MC5. After beating the Evergull, this game so shamelessly stole from Elden Ring, all we have to do is beat another wave of enemy spam, and that's it for this level.
By the way, we've already lived 10 minutes, is that a lot for this level? Or is it not gonna get- Last time I got like D ranking, so that's good, at least. In the next level, it's pretty much the same as the previous one. Even the enemies are same. Their movesets are exactly the same. But we do pick up a new weapon called the Alistair, which gives our combos a mobility boost and allows us to get new moves. So edgy, dude. I miss this era of games where they weren't afraid to be edgy, just for the sake of being edgy.
Remember how we missed the blow-up program at the start of the game? Well, it happened again, but this time we missed a shotgun that we have no chance of getting at any other point throughout the game.
I wonder if there's a lot of backtracking in this game, because the previous pedestal thing where you had to insert 3 items, like that was inaccessible. This is also inaccessible.
After getting the key item for this level, we get our first new enemy type, which is the Ghost, which is extra annoying to deal with when you have no shotgun, because you have effectively no method to stagger them, and they will keep attacking you, and you have no means to defend yourself.
Oh my god. Dude. I literally can't. I can't hit any of them without the gun. Skill issue.
After beating the second level, we move on to the third level, which is the first boss encounter in the game.
It's the Alice's Stinger level 1 with lightning speed plunged us already to enemies. Let's get this.
Before we move on to fight the boss, we will get our first upgrade, the Stinger, which basically allows us to leap towards enemies, which is gonna make this following boss fight really easy.
Pride of the Lion is granted only to those who choose the path of trials. Look at these dancing pillars. Let's go water level. Oh. Oh, look, the stinger thing. Okay. Okay. How do I get over here? Let's get there. How do I get back there? Oh my god. Oh, shit. Oh no. Let's do it again. Coming in for a smooch. Hey, it's average size, it's not that small.
What a big surprise. I hope for your sake you got something inside that big body of yours.
Oh, fuck off.
Now, this isn't a Dark Souls boss fight or anything, but the fight is still pretty challenging. You don't have many opportunities to land an attack, and you basically just have to use your devil trigger and use your stinger ability to capitalize on any openings that you do get.
No. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I died to that. Oh my god. How did I skip the fucking cutscene?
Now, most of his moves are really easy to dodge. They are telegraphed really early on, and you don't really have to do much to avoid them. Like this laser beam right here, it's just a single particle, and he leaves a huge opening once he fires it. The rising lava attack here looks really flashy, but all you really have to do is just run around it. And the jump attacks here aren't really anything special either. It's just that he doesn't really leave an opening after it, even though it may look like he's attackable. So that is the only challenging part here. The Devil Trigger is really your best utility in this fight. It makes you invincible and makes you resistant to stagger, while on the other hand, dealing a lot more stagger damage and a lot more base damage. You only need 2 or 3 good Devil Trigger combos here to finish the boss off.
Get over here, bro. Oh. Or stay there, I guess. Come on. Oh, fuck. Why is the Devil Trigger not activating? Oh my god. Just one more hit. There we go. I'm not the best of the game, but it wasn't that bad, right?
That was all for our retrospective of Devil May Cry 1 today. Let me know if you want me to check out other Devil May Cry games or any other old PS2 games. I think that the game holds up surprisingly really well, and most predictably, the only parts that are really dated is how unintuitive it is and how easy it is to miss certain important aspects of the game. But that could work to its favor. If you put more time and effort into the game, you get a lot more, which is not something that can be said about other games. So yeah, see you in the next video.